I'd like to welcome Maria. Maria Montejo is a member of the Mayan community of indigenous people who reside in Guatemala. In addition to her formal schooling, Maria has been mentored from a young age by various elders, medicine people, and traditional teachers on Turtle Island and from Central and South America. Maria has worked for many years as a mental health and addictions treatment worker and provides education and consulting to organizations and institutions in Canada. She facilitates the Real School Youth Leadership and Native Wilderness Survival Skills Development Program in various indigenous communities and around the world, and is the manager of Dodem Ganonsa Indigenous Education and Cultural Facility in Toronto. Please welcome Maria.
Washta Wanab in be Mayan Popti, Outlahom Itza, Ishantiosh that San Makomi Church, that San Makomi Saakan, Ishantiosh that Noh Ak, Ishantiosh Mukane, Ishantiosh Piakok, Ishantiosh Tepu, Ishantiosh Kukumats, Creador y Formador, Ishantiosh Corazón del Cielo, Ishantiosh Corazón de la Tierra, Ishantiosh Mam Ishnam, Ishantiosh Mi Ishnam, Ishantiosh Hob Kame, Ishantiosh Ahau. Ani Sego, Ozo, Tanse, Hola. Good evening, everyone. My Spanish name is Maria. My spirit name is Autelahom Itza, which means a little bird, and when she stands at the top of the tallest tree and uses her voice, all the other animals come back for nourishment. And Itza comes from a Haudenosaunee concept that means I have a very sharp and clear mind. I am known as the little bird that stands at the top of the tallest tree, and I think it's a way that my parents found would be the kindest manner to tell me I like to talk a lot. But that's my spirit name, and what that represents is what you can't see of me, but it represents my connection to this territory and to the land. I come from a territory known as Shachla, and it's nothing I can show you. It's an energy you have to experience when the waterfall hits the grandparents, which are the stones in my territory. I came to North America, to this island, Turtle Island, when I was 6 years old during the Civil War in my territory, where 200,000 of my people, it's estimated, were killed in the Civil War, and it wasn't safe for me to stay there. And so I came here to the north, and so I'd like to extend my sincere greetings and gratitude to the grandmothers and grandfathers of this land, those that have been here, those that are here, and those that are yet to come. I'd also like to extend my sincere greetings and gratitude to the ancestors of this land, the ones that are here, the ones that have been here, and the ones that are yet to come. I also like to extend my sincere greetings and gratitude to my ancestors, to your ancestors, and to the ancestors of those in your family, so that we can all bring them here at this moment and give them our greetings and gratitude for allowing us to share this space and time. I'd like to send my sincere greetings and gratitude to the Haudenosaunee Six Nations Confederacy, to the Anishinaabe Three Fires Confederacy, to the Huron and the Wendat for taking care of this land and for being able to hold us for the many, many years until we put our minds right again and our hearts right again, and we're able to build that sacred relationship with this territory. One of the things that I feel has been the most tragic of the impact of colonization is the belief that stayed with us, that the Creator and that creation is somehow separate from us. And so when we pray or we do ceremony or we come together, sometimes what gets in our way is this idea that we're praying to something external, or that we're asking for, we're begging, and we're hoping that our prayers will be answered. And a long time ago, the grandfathers told the young people that there would come a time when the world would knock on our door. And when the world knocked on our door, they would wonder what Indigenous people knew about life. And in my hand, as I have been taught, there is the sema, there is these seeds of tobacco that have been with us since the beginning of time. And so I'd like to say that I think we have something to share with the world if me, someone who wasn't meant to be here, is still holding the seeds that have come from the beginning of time. And that's a significant recognition of the resiliency of our people. And so when the elders and the grandfathers and grandmothers told us that the world would come to our door one day, and they would wonder what we knew because we wouldn't be in a good place, I know that that answer has to do with the fact that we understood as Indigenous people, not that we were part of creation or part of the Creator, but that all of it was within ourselves, and that we were the Creator, and that we had the capacity to create and to design our lives. And it is not a place of arrogance, it's a place of great humility, because in order to be able to create, you must be in touch with the earth. You must bring yourself to the earth. And that's great, great humility. And so I'm so glad that the time has now come for us to share with you what we know about what it means to be a good human being. I traveled throughout the last few days, and I'm so thankful to the organizers for having been able to provide me with a pass so I could go and travel and hear everyone speak. And I found it so fascinating because I would enter a room and somebody would say something, and then I'd enter another room and they'd contradict the last speaker. And I was just like, right on. My ego was real struggling, didn't like it, but my soul was just dancing and my spirit was just in joy. Because what it teaches you is humility and the understanding that there's not one way, there's many ways. And that what gets in our way is this belief that we're not worthy or not of value, or that we're separate to creation and the Creator. And so when we enter a room, we're looking for the right answer as opposed to just being fully alive and present in that moment. And so my ancestors were the ones that understood the stars. We understood the cosmos. And so we know that when the stars collide, galaxies are born. And so what I can share with you about who our people are, and to be able to start you in a good way as you greet these young people, is I want to talk to you about what it means to be fully alive. And so for the Maya people, the heart of the sky and the heart of the earth unite within your heart. And therefore, you're absolutely the light. There's this rumor going around that creation doesn't need us, that the earth will be fine without us. And that's completely incorrect, because you're the light on this planet. So every single time that you dance, that you smile, that you laugh, you give life to this planet. So you're part of creation, and you bring life to this planet. There's a story in our culture that talks about the woman being at the center of our nations. And many people don't understand that, because it's not just the woman, it's the human being that carries the earth. That's the woman, all of us. And when a sperm and an egg unite, we now know what Indigenous people have known for many, many, many thousands of years, that the egg opens up and selects the sperm. So each and every one of you has been selected to be here by the earth, by the woman, and that's consent. And that means that none of you should ever worry about your value, about your worthiness, about your ability to create something meaningful here. That's a given. So I can't give you a blessing, because you are the blessing, your life. But you have to be fully alive. You have to bring heaven to earth. And you do that by recognizing that you're an elemental being. You have air, you have earth, you have fire, and you have water. So you're on a planet where anything goes. It's called free will. But you were so divinely designed that your being can meet that free will head on. And you have the capacity to create worlds. But you must know yourself as an elemental being. So I'm going to ask everyone to stand up. And we're going to open our whole beings up. And we're going to just take a deep breath. One more time. Now everyone open those arms up. And we're going to do a ha breath from the people, ha-wa-i, spirit breath. And we're going to breathe in, and when we exhale, we're going to make a sound, and it's going to root you right at the bottom of your body. It's going to root you right in there, and you will become heaven on earth. So 1, 2, 3. Ha! 1, 2, 3. Ha! 1, 2, 3. Ha! Woo!